Welcome to Veterans Helping Veterans, a service of Veterans Council of Indian River County. And here's your host, Martin Zickert.
Well, good Monday morning. Whoops, it's good Monday afternoon.
Afternoon, sir. Well, depends what time zone you're in.
Hey, I got Monday right. Give me a break. You know, every time that we have these, I start thinking, I wonder what we're going to talk about today. And it seems like all of a sudden you start looking around going, what are the veterans doing? Lord knows we're doing a lot of stuff. Last night, yesterday afternoon, was the Red, White, and Blue concert at Vero Beach High School Performing Arts Center. If you haven't seen that, you need to go. These kids restore my faith in humanity. You hear so many bad things about kids and the snowflakes and all this sort of stuff.
Oh, wow.
These kids come out and they just were absolutely amazing. Telly, you had a little role in that.
A small role.
Small role?
Yeah, I get the pleasure of singing with the band. And they're so professional. I often feel like a complete novice, singing with them, because I get to do that, on the island for Veterans Day and Memorial Day. And they are just amazing. And I get compliments from them, and I'm completely not expecting that. So I'm very grateful to be playing a part of the concert.
Yeah, they are so neat. When we did the rehearsal on Thursday, it's the first time I'd been there, and I have a very small role, like 4 or 5 lines, but it's patriotic type stuff. And the one I'm doing is called The Message on the Rock, and that's a pretty good story in itself. But it was so really neat when Paige Howell introduced me, and all those kids clapped, and I went, this is so cool. I love it. And those kids come out to Veterans Day, Memorial Day, days they don't have to come, and they're out there and they play and they're absolutely wonderful. And I love it. So it's tonight at 7 o'clock and tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Come by and listen. Tickets are like $15. If you're a veteran, I want to say they're $6. So come on by and see what these kids do and see how well everything is run. So that's just part of what's going on. So today we have a guest, and we're going to tell you where we're going and what we're doing next. Big event. And I mean, it is a big event. So, Telly?
Rub it in, Marty, because I've got to sing for it. And every time you talk about it, you keep saying more big. And it's making it bad on me, making it hard here in the heart. No. So there's so much I can say about our guest today. Lady Anna Collins, you are not only let me just go ahead and get the resume straight here. Okay, so you are the HR director for B&W Quality Growers.
Yes, ma'am.
You are also past president of Treasure Coast Human Resources.
Yeah, Treasure Coast Human Resources Association.
See that?
Yep.
Also, you are secretary, which is, that's an understatement for what you do for Next Generation Veterans, Inc. You are also mother of 2.
Mother of 2.
You're a great mother.
Thank you.
All around great person.
Thank you.
There's one more thing on the resume that you just told me, and I'm forgetting. Well, there's so much.
Well, it has to do with this guy in the room.
Oh, yeah, that. Yeah, and I've mentioned that before, that you kind of keep Marty in mind.
Try to.
Now. Yeah.
Try to.
Good luck.
Director of Development with the Veterans Council.
Yes.
I think it's been a year now.
It has been.
Yeah.
And I met you for the first time at my birthday party at Vero Beach Veterans.
Yes.
And since then, I'll tell you this, and then I'll shut up and let you talk. You are an incredible woman.
Thank you.
I often think about you.
You're not supposed to make me cry while.
No, it's totally fine. It's family here. But you're an incredible woman. I often think about you, and I wonder how you do everything that you do. Everything that you do for everyone, the passion that you have for Next Generation Vets. the way you cook empanadas.
Don't forget the baking.
Oh yeah, the baking, the cakes. Well, that being said, I want to welcome you.
Thank you.
And go ahead and let you tell us some more about yourself.
Oh, gosh. Well, I guess the one thing that I will start off with, because I've yet to share this particular story on here, and I've often been asked it numerous times, is people ask me if I've served. And of course, I say, no, I did not have the honor or the privilege to serve. Then they'll ask me, why am I so passionate about supporting our veterans? And I was not born in this country. I was born in a communist country of Cuba. And so therefore, I completely appreciate the ultimate sacrifice that people have made to allow me the freedoms that I have by coming to this country, as well as that those that are continuing to serve or were willing to sign the ultimate check to ensure that we maintain our freedoms. So it's kind of a silly question, because I think everybody should be as passionate and supportive of our veterans. So
Don't forget
and my
that.
brother served 8 years as a Marine and has been in law enforcement for the last 15. So he is another critical factor in the passion that I have for it.
Pretty cute.
Yeah.
He is, yeah.
Did I say that? Did I say that out loud?
He's married
Okay.
happily, so but nice.
You know, nobody in America that hasn't been to a foreign country or been outside of America really has an appreciation for what it's like in other places, and you have, and that's just it's you can tell it with your passion of what you're doing. And every time I say something, Lady Anna goes, "Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that."
Yeah, no, it's not really in the vocabulary.
No, I totally understand that. So how'd you get involved with the Veterans Council?
With the Veterans Council, basically, Bruce Cady asked me to meet at Walking Tree Brewery one day, and I thought we were going to talk about next-gen veterans.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, no, that's not why I'm here. And I was like, okay. He goes, well, I have a proposition for you. And so then he basically asked me if I would work with you in the development and what that entailed and whatnot. And so I was like, can I think about it? When do you need an answer? And he was like, yesterday. But he did, and I thought about it over the weekend, and it definitely, and I had it, there was, it was a decision to be made at my time, because some professional opportunities as well. But it's one of those things where you ask yourself, where do you think you'll make the most difference? And I thought it was with the veterans group.
Yep, and you're absolutely right. Yeah. I couldn't do what's coming up without you. Simple as that.
I'm excited about what's coming up.
Me too. Tell us about it.
So when he says big, 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 I hope it's more
Here we
spectacular.
go. That's another big. That's an extra
it's
big.
Spectacular.
Oh,
it's
that's
not
even
just
worse.
big. So it's the Stars and Stripes Spectacular Gala. It is our first annual gala. So it will be held at Grand Harbor on April 13th. Cocktails start at 6 p.m. and then dinner and the festivities will actually begin at 7 p.m. So we will have past hors d'oeuvres, obviously a cash bar. Then we'll go into the formalities of the evening. A wonderful keynote speaker that I'm excited to hear his story. And I believe, and it's Sylvester McIntosh.
Yep.
I believe he was with the Marines, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So also a Silver Star recipient. With the Vietnam era. He's a Vietnam veteran. He's also a local pastor.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I know he gets very passionate just saying the invocation at our meetings. So I am actually really looking forward to hear his story.
Yeah.
Beyond that, we'll obviously have Telly singing our national anthem for us, as well as another little surprise for those in attendance. Some silent auction items, which are going to be proven to be pretty exciting.
Yeah, I've been amazed as to what we've been able to come up with.
Yeah.
And you just kind of go, wow, really? For the first one?
Yeah. So I guess, well, first of all, tickets are still available. We do have a limited amount of seats, but you can go to the Veterans Council website, which is veteranscouncilirc.org, and just click on the Stars and Stripes Spectacular logo, and that will take you to the registration.
Yep.
So $150 a ticket. All proceeds go to the Veterans Helping Veterans program of the Veterans Council, which is definitely truly a worthy program, and one that's proven that there's a lot more need out there than any of us realized.
Yeah, that's the one that Impact 100 awarded us $100,000 for, that was going to last 2 years and lasted 9 months.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah, it surprised us, and we want to continue that. And that's what this primarily is for.
now that program, correct me if I'm wrong, it's for veteran homeowners, and it's making repairs that are either dealing with health or safety issues in the home.
Yep.
Right.
Imagine, if you will, an 80-year-old Korean War veteran and his wife living out the summer in Vero Beach, Florida, without air conditioner.
Yeah.
And that's what we found. We found numerous ones like that, leaking roofs, repairs in the bathroom that need to be done. There's so many things that we didn't know they existed.
Right.
And, that's why we have this program, and that's why we're doing the benefit in reality is on April 13th. Do you want to talk about the military side of it a little bit?
The sponsorships, the tables.
Yeah.
So we're trying to do a little spin on our gala to really make it stand out from the other multitude of galas that are held in Indian River County, specifically Vero Beach. So, I mean, we're here for a reason, and that's to support our veterans. So we wanted to make sure that we kind of tied in that theme. Not only is our speaker a Vietnam veteran, but we actually decided to have 5 table sponsors, and obviously 5 to represent each branch of the service. Right now, we have 3 that are secured.
Right.
So we have the Coast Guard, the Navy, and the Marine Corps that are sponsored. We still have 2, 1 tentative. I think I have somebody lined up for that already. So that comes with 8 tickets to attend. They're $2,000 a table. Also a special memento, which I will not say what it is because that's a surprise for them to come to receive at the event, as well as the marketing. And, both for here tonight, or this afternoon rather, and the night of the gala, it'll be marketed in all of our social media and on the tables, etc. So
fantastic. Let's go ahead and take a break, and then we'll get back and finish up and tell you what's going on in our world again.
It's time to call Easy Brew Coffee and Bottled Water Service and learn just how much you can save and how convenient it is to have your coffee and bottled water delivered right to your home or office. In addition to water coolers, Easy Brew offers individual bottles of water in 8 or 16-ounce bottles. No more lugging it home or dragging it into the office. Serving the Treasure Coast for over 2 decades, 2 letters, 1 simple name. Easy for Easy Brew. Visit e-zbrew.com or call 800-792-3285. Easy Brew. It's fun for everyone. It's Audrey's Feed and Tack, a distinctive country and western emporium. Of course, they have high-quality feeds and hay for horse lovers and urban chicken farmers, but there's so much more to Audrey's. Explore for unique gifts you won't find anyplace else. A fun stop for visitors. Enjoy breakfast or lunch at Cafe 66. Locals know it's the best barbecue. And now Audrey's announces their boot and hat room upstairs. Scoot and boogie over there for the widest selection this side of the Big Lake. Audrey's Feed and Tack, Oslo and 66th Avenue.
For laser vision correction, general ophthalmology, glaucoma, and eyelid surgery, trust board-certified, fellowship-trained refractive surgeon Dr. David J. O'Brien at New Vision Eye Center. His practice includes the medical and surgical management of corneal disease and refractive surgery, including excimer laser vision correction. Call New Vision Eye Center for a consultation or second opinion. Your eyesight deserves world-class eye care. Visit newvisioneyecenter.com or call 772-257-8700.
This year, let the professionals at Premier Landscape Solutions enhance your property's curb appeal. Our expert design team can help turn your tired landscaping into the perfect backyard and create a customized care plan that will keep your property looking great year-round. 772-925-0030. Visit our website at verobeachlandscaping.com. From bare bones to beautiful, let us transform your space today.
We don't make excuses, we make results. Premier Landscape Solutions.
Want to be a worldwide media mogul? Call Planet Vero Radio now, 778-2832, and be on 3 iHeart radio stations plus live video streaming.
So we're back again, and we're going to finish up the adventures of what we're doing for fundraising. Anytime you do a first event, you're kind of going, wow, I wonder if this is right. And we've had some help, but we haven't had a real professional, if you will, in there telling us what to do. And it's been, hold on, we're going to do, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? So I think it's going to be really neat. I've seen it. We have guest speakers lined up for the next 2 years, so there's going to be a lot of good times, and we're taking notes. And anybody who wants to give us a note and say, why don't you consider this? We're willing to listen. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention, though, that, Lady Anna, it's not, in this past year, you have done, we cannot forget about the casino night. You were the organizer of that. One of the first, and forgive me because, I have a bad memory the older that I get. One of the first events that you did at Walking Tree Brewery for Next Gen, we raised money.
Yes.
What was the name of that event?
The Monumental Social.
The Monumental Social. I couldn't believe, the amount of people that we had, the great organization, catering. This has all been you. I mean, it's been a beautiful thing to watch. You're a very important part.
Absolutely right. Yes, we're going to, if only we could pay you.
And see, you had to let people know that she's supposed to, they're supposed to wonder about that.
You can volunteer to do this sort of thing and pull it off. And we've had some great helpers. It's...
Well, Marty, you talk about this all the time, is the collaboration. And how important it is for different organizations or businesses to collaborate. And none of this could have been possible if we didn't have that kind of collaboration. From holding the event at Walking Tree. We've had several events there, Walking Tree Brewery, ongoing. I feel like they're a lifetime family member / collaborator of ours. And, as well as different businesses that have stepped up to the plate to sponsor these events or to donate items for raffles or silent auctions. And they haven't let us down even up until now with this gala. Dogs for Life has been a huge partner with just not just the Next Generation veterans, but the Veterans Council themselves. And they haven't failed for the gala either. They will be our sponsor of the hors d'oeuvres, past hors d'oeuvres this time around. We have our table sponsors right now. We have Bo Sellenberg, we have Alex McWilliams, we also have the Exchange Club of the Treasure Coast, there's another organization. They're trying to do their own thing, but they're partnering with us for our cause as well. So, and then the numerous businesses and individuals who've stepped up to the plate and have donated some amazing items for the silent auction. So, and then, your email here this past week, and I was I was dancing a little jig as I was reading the email. I was so excited about that. So,
well, there is some benefits to being on the air show board. And I'll go ahead and tell people one of the things we're going to donate out of the air show board is 4 VIP tickets with parking passes, and that's worth almost $700 that we're donating. And we also have a ride available. We have the Aeroshell Aeroshell team coming in, and for $1,000 donation, we are going to have somebody ride. So I'm curious to see how much that's going to bring.
Yeah.
But that's, and the groups that we work with, for the air show as well, the air show is, as you know, for 25% goes to veterans and the other 75 to the 3 exchange clubs, one of whom is sponsoring our group. So, and interestingly enough, I went to the United Way event Thursday night, and I had the Senior Resource Association, Karen Deagle, come up and say, we need to start working together. And you're going, how cool is that? There's someone with a huge outreach and has the capability to find veterans that we don't even know about. And then Dr. Pola from the Mental Health Association came up and said, we've got a new program. We just got a grant from for PTSD's help with veterans and first responders. So now we've got 2 PTSD groups that are up here saying we're here to help, and
much needed.
Yeah, and that's the kind of thing that it's taken us a long time to get there. But when people start coming to you and saying we want to help, that is huge. And
we need that.
The Live Like Cole Foundation that put on the event at Big Shots. Wow. I mean, how cool is that when you start looking at all the things and all the people that are out there, and we're finally getting the word out. And by the way, we don't have a public affairs officer yet. So anybody out there that is an expert in public affairs, you got to have that.
And some time on your hands.
Yeah, I have nothing else to do if I knew how to write decently for but that's the type of thing that we're still able to do just because of the outreach we've been doing over the years and the things that we've done and the prom at Walkentree and the stuff that we're doing to let people know that we're out here. We like to think that we know all the veterans. We're not even close.
No.
And as we found out with the Veterans Helping Veterans, I don't think we knew any of these people or we would have helped them already.
Well, not only that, do we not know all the veterans, but all the veterans do not know us.
Yeah.
That's even worse.
That's the big part, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And and it's getting people involved. And I've said it before. I can walk into a gym here, and I can go him, her. I can find them. And what we've got to do is get them involved. And that's the type of thing that we're doing now. The projects we're doing, the fun we have next gen is just smoking, man. I'll tell you, they're going, and the new president, Jason Pastor, hang in there, folks.
I wanted to mention along the lines of that, thinking about fellow veterans and the service that the blank check, like you said, that that veterans sign on the line, and that's our entire life. And to think about that and know that people have served and have gotten out and they're homeless or, without any help, that's what makes everything that we're doing so monumental.
Yeah. And what's really important is I sat down this morning at Panera's with a young lady from Alaska, from the Anchorage area of Alaska. Her comments were the same as we're going through right here. They're coming up there. There's more and more that are coming to Alaska. And she had the same comments, and she's trying to run a program much like what we're doing and was here asking for advice, which
you have plenty of experience.
I have plenty of advice. And that's what's important is people are reaching out, they're learning, they're saying, hey, Vero Blazes, they've got a pretty good program. We've got that with the Vietnam vets, and we're off and running. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward. Any last words? We got about a minute left.
Just definitely go to the website, veteranscouncilirc.org, and get your tickets now. You have 9th as our cutoff because we have to give a final count.
Yep.
So hoping
black tie event.
Black tie optional.
Except for me.
So you can, for the gentleman, a nice suit, dress mess, or tuxedo. Ladies, cocktail dresses or gown will be more than acceptable.
I'm changing into my dress.
Okay.
Well, you got to show up in uniform.
Nice.
To sing, and then you can change. So we have the flexibility. But it's going to be a great time. We've got a real good group of events set up. We've got some auction items that you kind of go, wow.
Like private dinners at your house with Napa Valley wines.
Yeah.
With Patty cooking. And
round trip airfare to Newark, New Jersey for a New York getaway.
Yeah.
There's a golf cart. The golf cart was for, it's not.
That's a live like full.
So, my apologies.
So, that's all right. That's all right. All right. Well, thank you very much, folks. Come back and see us, veteranscouncilirc.org.